All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to DuePoint. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here. I'm going to be spending about 45 minutes with you today as we go through what this business is all about, who we are, what the opportunity is all about. And then after the presentation, you're welcome to ask me any questions that you might have. Welcome to everyone who's tuned in around the country, live on our YouTube broadcast. So let's begin. As you can see, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company in South Africa. So that's fairly important. We don't share offices with Constantia, but they are just down the road in Randburg, as you can see there. The FSP number that we operate under, so that's our financial services provider license number that we operate under. That's fairly important. You'll notice we've got all our licenses on display in the foyer above the water cooler, and if you log on to our website, we've got our licenses there for you to take a look at. That is very important because that is obviously our license to operate in financial services, but it should be a check point for you in terms of whether you are able to trust this business that we're going to be speaking about. That's obviously a fundamental aspect of us proposing any partnership together, is that you trust this business that we're speaking about. So I'm hoping I allay any fear that you might have. So go take a look at those licenses. We've got a long and short-term insurance license, we've got an investment license, we've got our FSP license, and we've also put up our accreditation with the direct marketing and the direct selling associations. So the senior staff here at DuePoint are these people up on screen. The first three individuals are registered chartered accountants, starting with Mr. Benfield. He's our senior executive. He heads up this division. He's got a lot of experience in financial services, particularly in insurance, because his father's a professor of insurance. So his father started Clientele Life in the IFA. They've started businesses overseas in Europe. They've helped get businesses started in Australia, and then they've started a host of businesses in South Africa. So Brendan, and he has a brother called Stuart, together with their father and some investors, they started a company down the road called Prime Meridian Direct, or PMD, and PMD has had wonderful success in less than 10 years. I don't think they're even 10 years old yet, and they're the fourth biggest short-term insurer in the country. And so we've got wonderful financial pedigree in Mr. Benfield there. Tim and Stacey, they look after a lot of the financial requirements, or should I say all of the financial requirements in our business, and that includes auditing, the accounting, a lot of the regulatory aspects of our business. So that's fairly important stuff to be handling. And then myself and Jane, we're the two non-accountants in the business. Jane is very experienced in network or referral marketing, and that again is very important to our team because as an insurance business, we typically don't need someone in referral network marketing, but because of the marketing model that we've adopted, which is referral and network marketing, we need Jane's experience, and she's from the UK, so she brings international experience to our team that is so important to us. And then myself, I've been working in advertising pretty much since I got out of school. I ran my own agency for about 15 years before I jumped the boat there and joined the team here at DuePoint. So that's our senior team. We've got client service staff and admin staff, but all the staff here, the mandate of the staff here is to support everybody that joins us at DuePoint. We can only be profitable as a business if the people that we depend on for our growth are being effective, profitable, are happy. And so everything that we do here at DuePoint is geared to support you. So know that you're never alone in this business. You've got the full support of this business behind you. A lot of the money that we've invested in technology is also geared to support you and make this as easy and as simple and as effective as possible for you to be profitable in this business. Very quickly, we go over the circumstance that a lot of South Africans find themselves in. So it's obviously all negative, because if we talk anything financial or economic in South Africa, it's been negative, for about 8-9 years already. Our GDP is tumbling, tax is going up, inflation's going up, everything is going up except our salaries, and it's put South Africans in a very precarious position. A lot of South Africans are in a debt cycle that they're unable to get out of. That becomes even worse when you get to retirement, because at retirement, when you can least afford it, your salary ends and you get put to pasture, and you're supposed to live off whatever retirement you've created for yourself or a government grant. And the prospect is not pretty for any South African with regards to retirement. And as a business, we saw an opportunity in all of that negativity. So Constantia 3 months ago, so in February 2016, we launched DuePoint, the DuePoint division, along with the DuePoint system, with a number of aspirations in mind for the people that join us in this business. So we not only want to create additional income for the people that join us in this business, but we want to create change in society. And what goes along with that change is a paradigm shift, a shift in thinking around wealth creation for individuals. For me personally, I want to move people away from consumeristic thinking into wealth creation thinking. And there's a couple of things that have to change there. So to sum it up fairly quickly, one of the aspirations we have for people in this business is to aspire to becoming debt-free. Debt is a massive problem for people. We hope that people that start earning additional income here at DuePoint use that to pay their debts off faster, not just to spend more, buy a nicer car, dress more nicely, go to fancier restaurants, right? You're never going to solve your problems there, because what we're really about is about creating wealth. And you can't create wealth, you can't become a wealthy person if you owe other people and institutions money constantly, right? So we aspire to getting rid of our debt first, then we start focusing on wealth creation through the ownership of assets and investments that increase in value, and then ultimately we just want people to be happier in this business. That's really why you're hoping that extra money will make you happier, right? It should. It should. If it doesn't make you happier, then you've got to go see a counselor while you're making extra money. I can't help you with that side of things. But those are the aspirations we have for wealth engineers in this business. How does this DuePoint system actually work? It is the opportunity for our guests that are tuned in, for our guests here this afternoon, it is the opportunity to join us here at DuePoint. What happens is you enter into contract with us. We call you wealth engineers once you join us. And as wealth engineers, you have a single task of building what we call channels of distribution. So I'll show you what a channel of distribution looks like shortly. But it is basically, so this is the only thing you need to focus on. It is basically you going out and connecting other people to this business. That's all you have to do. The same way you are connected to this business, you're going to go out and do the same thing. And if you're successful in that process, and if you can get people interested in the opportunity, and our online platform is able to facilitate the sale of products. Remember I said our platform is going to do it, not you. Our platform facilitates the sale of products to those people that you connect to us. That successful process ends up with all these benefits. Number one, primarily being additional income, right? That second paycheck that you get for yourself at the end of every single month. But the nature of the income that we produce is very important because it sets us apart from so many businesses, and that is what we call recurring income or passive income. My father sums it up beautifully so that anyone can understand what I'm talking about, and he says it is the ability to make money while you're sleeping. Right? When do we ever get to do that? We have to be pulling gold out the ground or on your computer or doing sales. You've got to be doing something generally to create income, right? We call that active income. Passive income is the ability to make money beyond your effort, beyond the constraint of time. And insurance companies actually do that, and you get to share in that benefit here at DuePoint. The power duplication, we sometimes refer to it as leverage. So the DuePoint system allows you to duplicate yourself, right? Again, it frees you of time constraint, because when you're connecting other people to this business, they will hopefully join you and start collaborating with you. In other words, working with you in building your channel as well as theirs. And that collaboration can increase your recurring income more than just based on your own efforts. Right? So that's why we call it power duplication, and I'll show you how that works, and I'll show you some wealth engineers that are already doing it here at DuePoint. Our business is flexi time. You get to decide how this business fits into your life, right? But you have to make space for it. I can't make space for it in your life. That's a decision that you need to make by the end of this presentation. If you are interested in this opportunity, you've got to have decided, when am I going to fit DuePoint into my life? I'm going to sacrifice TV, Soccer World Cup, maybe you're going to watch less Soccer World Cup, maybe less time with the family. Whatever it looks like, you need to keep yourself accountable to making that time for yourself, for building this business that creates recurring income for yourself. We don't have any startup capital. There's no starter kits or registration fees here at DuePoint. We don't have boxes of product that you have to buy at DuePoint, because we've purposely designed this business to be as low risk as possible. It makes it more accessible to the average South African. At the same time, we don't want this business to be overly burdensome to people. We want people to have the best chance of changing their circumstance. And that's why at the same time we don't care about qualifications or experience. I often joke with everybody, I said, did everyone drop their CVs off at reception? And everyone goes, no, we didn't. I say, oh, well, that's because we don't care about your CVs, right? Anyone can make this business work for them. It depends on you and how much time you decide you're going to invest into this business. It's as simple as that. You get to build an asset. Now, for me, this is probably one of the most important points, because in traditional employment, what's going to happen is when you guys get to retirement age, your salary is going to end. Right? Your boss is going to call you in. There's going to be a surprise, a cake for you, maybe a gold watch if you're lucky, right? Because they want to soften the blow of you not getting an income next month, right? In this business, because it's treated as an asset that you have ownership over, this channel of distribution you're building, you own it. It's in your name. It's treated as an asset. It'll pay you beyond retirement. We don't retire anybody here. You'll earn a recurring income into your 60s, into your 70s, into your 80s, into your 90s. When do you plan on dying? 90, 100, 110? Well, you know what? This business will keep producing wealth beyond your death. Think about that. Who would like to pass wealth on to their children? Real wealth, right? Of course, all of us. Unfortunately, statistically, over 90% of South Africans won't pass wealth on to their children, right? Maybe enough to cover the funeral, and maybe even in sometimes we'll pass debt on to the next generation. And so we want to break that cycle. You want to be the mom, the dad, the gogo, whoever it is that breaks that debt cycle, that creates legacy in the family. They're going to go, that's the one that created wealth for our family, right? Because he spent all those years dedicated to that business on the side called DuePoint. So I'm hoping that people will be happy to sacrifice time building this asset that they have. There is no selling involved in our business, so this is very important because we actually contract you out of selling from a regulatory point of view. The Financial Services Board says you may not sell or promote or publish our products. We may do that. So when Brendan and myself stand on the stage, we will talk about our products, right? You guys don't have to talk about our products. What you're going to be doing is when you're connecting people to this opportunity, you're going to be speaking about the business opportunity. Our business is split very much in two. We've got the product side under Constantia, and then we've got the business side under DuePoint, and that's what you guys are going to be focused on. You don't have to speak about our products. You're not allowed to speak about our products. You're going to speak about business opportunity. Would you rather sell insurance on the weekends or income opportunity on the weekends? Income opportunity. That's what everyone's after. That's what everyone's interested in, right? So it's a wonderful and convenient benefit. The nature of our products, because they're financial in nature, means we don't have stock and distribution issues. Imagine having to phone reception and say, I'm free this weekend, I want to hit the business hard, I need to pick up 40 boxes of milkshakes. I'm bringing my uncle's bakkie and I'm going to be selling product this weekend, right? You don't have to worry about that in this business. Because our products are financial, we've got IT systems that take care of all the distribution. We never run out, our products never expire, and they don't take up space anywhere at home, right? And so our products very convenient. But your success in this business is dependent on your ability to connect people, right? Your ability to go out and just speak to people. So this is what a channel of distribution looks like when it begins. It begins with you. You become a wealth engineer and you have one of our products, and now you're going to focus on connecting these other individuals that might be interested in business opportunity. If you're successful in connecting people, in this instance, you've attracted 5 people into your channel. Those 5 people become wealth engineers, they take out one of our products, and they are going to do exactly the same thing you're doing. That is the power of duplication, the leverage that you want to take advantage of in this business, right? You want these people, and hopefully they are quality, resourceful people that have got all the benefits that you need to be effective wealth engineers. You don't want to bring people that just want to earn money. Everybody wants to earn money. You have to be more discerning than that. You have to go look for people that you can depend on. That won't be a burden to you. You don't want to bring in 100 people into your business. Everyone sending you, please call me, send me airtime, give me a lift. I don't know how to use the internet. I don't have an email address. I don't know how to do this. You'll be running in circles. right? You want people to be able to build their channels on their own steam, out of their own efforts, because that behavior filters into the rest of your business, right? If you bring these weak people in the beginning, your whole business will be. If you bring strong people in the beginning, you will have a strong, sustainable business, one that you can count on for years to come, right? So be discerning in the building of your first point. Those first 5 people, you've got to see them as your board of directors, right? Or your board of executives. Bring in strong people. Do not be desperate. Do not be desperate. You don't have to bring in hundreds of people. You just have to bring a few people every month into this business. Bring the best few that you can. All right, so our warning slide, very quickly, this is our warning slide. It's a disclaimer slide. I'm going to warn you now. We are not a get-rich-quick scheme. That's probably one of the biggest challenges you're going to face when you connect people. They're going to go, can I trust you? Can I trust DuePoint? Or is this just a scheme, another scheme? And you will say to them, this business has been around for nearly 70 years. They are regulated by the Financial Services Board. They are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange under a group called Conduit Capital. They have got very reputable individuals that work in their organization. What is there not to trust? And at the same time, unfortunately, because we're not a get-rich-quick scheme, we don't promise anyone wealth and success quickly or easily. Because we've been involved in business long enough to know that that does not exist. It doesn't exist. Anything that's worth fighting for takes time, right? And if you truly want to build wealth in this business, if you want to be one of those people one day, 10 years down the line, where people point and go, that person became wealthy in the last 10 years. It takes that amount of time. It is not overnight. It doesn't take 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years to become wealthy. It takes a long time. It's something that you have to work on, be persistent at, and consistent, and keep yourself accountable. You can't do this business when you only feel like it. That's a New Year's resolution, right? That's trying to stop smoking or lose weight. We're not talking about those things here. We're talking about starting a business that can change your life, not only yours, your family's, and perhaps for generations to come. And you have to treat it with that seriousness all the time. Okay, so let's talk about our financial products. So I'm going to go over our products. We've got 3 financial products. They are financial in nature. Their benefits are all financial in nature. And you're free to consider one product or all 3 products. That is a personal decision that you get to make today. We'll start off with Access Wealth. It is our investment product. It's going to cost you 324 Rand a month, of which 100 Rand will be invested into a tax-free investment fund that sits currently with Sanlam. It's got no notice requirements on the investment, so you can draw out your investment at any stage. You're free to do that. We give you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover with this product. So if you're killed in some form of accident and you have Access Wealth, we'll pay out your beneficiaries 120,000 Rand plus whatever's in the investment. So this is our investment product, Access Wealth. The second product is called Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is only insurance. It's only personal accident cover. It's going to cost you 249 Rand a month. And this time you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover, right? So you get way more personal accident cover. The beauty of this product, because it's personal accident cover, is that we don't profile you or discriminate against anyone in view of their age or their health status. Right, if you try to get funeral cover typically, if you try to get life insurance, they want to know your health status. They want to know your age. They want to know your medical and family history, because that'll tell them how risky you are, and the riskier you are, the higher your premium becomes, right? The beauty of this product is that we can offer it to anyone over the age of 18. You can be 60 years old, you can have cancer, you can still take out this product. The premium remains the same, and the amount of cover, you still get the full amount of the 1 million Rand cover, right? So that's the beauty of Wealth Guard. The third product is Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to reduce your cost of living. How much money are we spending every single month, right? In terms of our cost of living. It's kind of like a fixed amount. It's going up every month because of inflation. But this product tries to reduce that for you. So it's going to cost you 299 Rand a month, but you get to enjoy discounts that we've negotiated with a list of partners there. So we've tried to cover everything that we think people spend on every single month. So we've got data, groceries, online retailers, car manufacturers even. We've got hotels and restaurants. We've got all kinds of things that we cover. Travel, gym, beauty and spas, pretty much everything's covered, right? And we're always adding partners to this product. Always Wi-Fi data, Always on Wi-Fi data, for example, 100 Rand will get you 1 gig of data. But if you're a Wealth Points member, they only charge you 37 Rand instead of the 100, right? So they're all different. With the retailers, it's between 2.5% and 5% on as much as you spend at any of those retailers. So the percentages are all different, but wonderful product. If you're looking for immediate benefit, Wealth Points is a great product to go with. And if you have any questions around the products, come speak to me afterwards. All right, so what separates us from other typical financial institutions? It's the fact that we don't do any marketing or advertising at DuePoint. A lot of other financial institutions, their growth is dependent on their ability to spend money on marketing and advertising, right? And we see it, we get bombarded by it every single day. But I bet you haven't seen a DuePoint logo outside of the building, because we don't spend a cent on marketing and advertising. So how do we grow in South Africa's growth, in South Africa's economy? You guys, we depend on our wealth engineers, on the people that have partnered with us to go out and tell other people about DuePoint, right? And so we don't have to spend the billions that the insurance industry typically spends on advertising every year. We can take that portion of our budget, and instead of giving it to the newspapers, to the media houses, to the billboard companies, to the TV companies, we can give it to our wealth engineers. And we give it to you. The benefit that you derive out of DuePoint is through what we call our returns and our rewards program. So the returns program is the recurring income that we pay our wealth engineers at the end of every single month. And it works like this. We pay a base return fee of 27.50 Rand for every product that is in your channel. So remember the slide with all the dots on? Imagine earning money for every single dot that you see on the screen. And because we don't do once-off income, we do recurring income. That's money that you earn every single month. You can put effort into this business in June 2018. That'll pay you next month, the month after that, the month after that, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years for the business you did in June 2018, right? The beauty of recurring income. But that number is dependent on where the product lies in relation to you, right? So that's why we have this table up here, and it shows you on point 1, you actually earn double the 27.50 Rand. So for all the people that you personally introduce and put on point 1, you get paid 55 Rand for every single product every single month. And then as those people go out and connect other people, that product lies on your second point. And on your second point, again, you earn 55 Rand for every point every month. And as your channel starts to grow and grow and grow, all the way down to the 8th point, you see the multiplier starts to reduce steadily until the 8th point. But we've got a little plus here next to the 8. That's because we pay you beyond point 8. You can potentially earn to infinity. We don't limit people on how big their channels can get at DuePoint. In the space of 24 months, we've got people over point 30 in their businesses, right? The onus falls squarely on your shoulders. We don't limit you to how much money you can earn at DuePoint. And so this is the mechanics of our remuneration model. So it's fairly straightforward. Often the next question is, well, how quickly can I earn a lot of money? People want to know, how soon can I become a millionaire? You talk about generating wealth. How soon can I become wealthy off this 55 Rand per product per month? So what we did was we created a projection, right? A growth model. We said, this is what you could look like over the next 5 years. But it's based on an assumption, a growth assumption. It assumes in your first month, you can bring 3 people into this business, right? So think about it now. 3 people in June, and then next month you only have to bring in 2 people. So it's 3 this month, 2 next month, 2 the following month, and you keep bringing 2 every single month. Just connect 2 people every month going forward. And if you can follow that growth model, after 6 months you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. We're not wealthy yet, right? But I want to illustrate something to you, because I make the mistake always of reducing the value of money. And that's what consumers do. We are all consumers. Right? We are all consumers. If I give you 2,500 Rand, if you put 2,500 Rand in your pocket now, how long is it going to last? Maybe by the end of today? Definitely finished by Sunday. Definitely finished by Sunday, right? Because what we do is we look at the spending value that money has, right? That's how consumers think. That's how you generate debt. That's how you spend more when you make more. Right? It is a problem. This is where I want people to start thinking differently about money. Because I'm going to show you, if you put money into your debt, that it can actually generate more value than the face value of that money originally. So here you're earning 2,500 Rand. Here's someone with R1 million debt. They've got a bond on a property, right, or land that they have to pay the bank back for because the bank gave them the money. And they entered into a bond over 20 years. So if my age, 40, and I engage in a bond now, I'm going to finish paying that house off only in 20 years' time. When I'm 60, I'm going to make my last payment. And at prime plus 2, you're paying back the bank every month for 20 years. You're going to be paying back 11,500 rand a month before that property becomes yours, right? Only then will you get the deeds to that property when you're 60, the day before they retire you at work, just in time. Right? But I joined DuePoint at 40, and 6 months later I'm earning 2,500 rand. And Rob says, stop spending more. Take that money that you're making, that additional income, and put it into your debt. Because what is the net effect of that? You don't save 2,500 rand times 20 years. You save way more than that because it reduces your bond by nearly 50%. You're only putting in 20% extra, but you reduce your bond by nearly 50%. This exercise will save you nearly 1 million rand in repayments to the bank. That's the full value of the property that you financed. At 12 months, you're earning nearly 9,000 rand a month. That's in excess of 100,000 rand extra a year. Who would like to come to head office and pick up a 100,000 rand check every December for Christmas?
Everyone.
Everyone, exactly, right? That's the point I'm going to be making soon. Everybody wants. Wanting is not a problem here at DuePoint. You keep going. Tell me when you feel like you're wealthy. At month 24, you could be earning close to 30,000 rand a month. Not yet? Let's keep going. At 36 months, you're earning nearly 50,000 rand a month. Remember, this is over and above your salary. Salaries are designed to pay the bills. Additional income, building wealth is what makes you wealthy, right? You keep going. At month 48, you're close to 70,000 rand a month. Remember, you keep bringing 2 people every month. You have to be consistent. You have to keep yourself accountable. No slipping. At month 60, 5 years from today. This is 1 year after the next World Cup soccer tournament. Think about that. By the next Soccer World Cup, a year, 12 months after the next Soccer World Cup, you could be earning close on 1 million rand every year in recurring income. Not 1 million rand once off, 1 million rand every year going forward. Think about getting 1 million rand check once a year for Christmas. How much more will your family love you? There's always more space for love, huh? But this is only academic, so this is just an example that we put up. But fortunately, we've got wealth engineers doing this. Some wealth engineers do more than 3 plus 2, some do less, some do nothing. You get to decide what you want to do in the business, right? Unfortunately, I don't give you a wake-up call every single morning to ask you what you're doing today. Yeah, we got Tanashi. She's been in the business for 12 months. By her own admission, she says she's only done 4 months of work, right? So she got a little bit distracted halfway through. The value of her channel sitting at 5,000 rand a month. Her business is currently growing at 40 products a month. She's only introduced 13 people. Look there, 13 first pointers. She's only introduced 13 people into the business. So she's doing less than 3 plus 2, obviously, because 3 plus 2 would have had her on close to 9,000 rand a month after 12 months. And her channel size is already sitting at 203 products in her business. Do you see the leverage? She's earning more than just what her efforts reflect. Then we've got Kwena. Kwena's been in the business for 5 months. The value of her channel sitting at 6,000 rand a month already. Her business is already 6 points wide. She's got 145 products in her channel. She's only introduced 24 people into her business. So she's on track, right? Probably more than 3 plus 2, already at 6,000 in 5 months. In your 6th month, you're only supposed to be at 2,500 rand a month. You don't have to say, I want 2,500 rand after 6 months. You can say, I want 10 times that. But it has to translate into the effort and the time that you spend with DuePoint. Then we've got Mavuma. He's been in our business for 18 months. The value of his channel sitting at nearly 15,000 rand a month. He's already earned 137,000 rand from us in the 18 months that he's been doing business with us. He's got nearly 1,000 products in his channel, and he's only brought in 18 people. Now that should say to you, he must have brought 18 good quality people into his business, right? Do you know why? That's why it's so important to be discerning in the people that you bring into your business. Because if you bring in the weak people, you're going to be spending time supporting people instead of working with people. So we've got thousands of people joining this business every single month. And everyone, I like to compare it to running a race, Comrades Marathon. Everyone's running at a different pace. Everyone's running at a different pace. You get to decide what pace you want to run at. This is not a 2-kilometer race. We are not at our kids' sports day on a Saturday morning, right? We have to be prepared to run the 90 kilometers. The 90 kilometers, and so we need to pace ourselves. But you can decide what you want out of this business, because that is a decision that each one of you will make personally. I don't get to partake in that decision making. You guys get to decide that for yourself. And so often the decision, people might be thinking, is the decision that I want to be a wealth engineer? No. Is the decision, do I want to be wealthy? No. Is the decision, how much time am I going to start putting into this business from today? That's the decision for me. That's what I want to know from everybody. If you're not interested in the business, that doesn't matter to me. You want to be a wealth engineer? It doesn't matter to me. Want to be a millionaire? Everyone wants to be a millionaire. The decision is, how much time are you going to invest into this business? I want to see the people that work, because those are the people that I'm going to work with. Like I said at the beginning of the presentation, we are here to support you. I'm not supporting people that don't do work in the business. I'm here to support people that are working, that I see all the time, that appear on my reports. That is the decision you need to make today. Getting started, very straightforward. Jump onto our website. You can join on the website. You can join on the mobile app. It takes you about 7 minutes to become a wealth engineer. It is a non-event. It makes no difference. If you're a wealth engineer that's done nothing, you're still the same as where you were when you were not a wealth engineer, right? And so, apply yourself to this business. Read the code of conduct so that you don't do things you're not allowed to do. Read that. Be sure about it. Complete the online training. Immerse yourself into all the knowledge that we've produced here over the last 2.5 years. Don't make the same mistakes everyone else has made. People make mistakes. Be prepared to make mistakes, but learn from them and go watch the training so that you don't make the same mistakes we made. Set goals for yourself. People don't set goals. People think about what they want, but setting a goal is about writing something down and saying, I want to get there by December, or I want to get there by the age that I'm 40, or I want to get there whenever. It's a number with a date, a deadline, because that's the only way you can prepare a plan, is when you've got a flag in the sand. You can't prepare a plan if there's no direction, if there's no goal, right? So do those two things. Do them today, and then start speaking to people. The simple task. We could design the most perfect business opportunity in the universe. If you're not speaking to people every day, it doesn't matter, right? This business is about speaking and connecting people to this opportunity. And go find those good quality people. Start building your business. We've got merchandise. This is not a profit center for us. Everything about connecting people is always about credibility and trust. You're going to find that when you go up to people and say, I've got a business opportunity for you, they're going to look you up and down, starting at your shoes. And they're going to work their way up, right? Merchandise helps you in that process. Because if you sit down at a meeting with somebody and you look decent, you've treated them properly and professionally, you've got business cards, maybe you've got the DuePoint notebook, a DuePoint pen, you look professional. And people trust people that look professional, right? That's why I stand up here with a tie. Do you think I like wearing a tie every day? I'm not an accountant. I don't like wearing a tie. But I know that when people see me dressed properly, they can trust me a little more. And the merchandise plays into that picture of trust, right? So consider getting the business cards and the rest of the merchandise. It'll help you. Join our Facebook page. We produce content daily on Facebook, right? If you want to become entrenched in this business and connected to the business, the best way is through our Facebook page. All our YouTube videos, we've got 500 videos there, all the training, the testimonies, there's so much stuff in there. Go look at the YouTube channel, subscribe to it. It'll tell you every time that camera is turned on. We turn that camera on 7 times a week to broadcast to the entire country. Don't think you can only build a channel in Joburg or wherever you're watching from. You can build a channel in the entire country, nationwide, overnight, without any expense to yourself, because of the technology that we've put in place. Download our mobile app, so available on Android and Apple devices. Download that app. You need a smartphone in this business, right? If you don't have one, you need to start thinking about getting one, because once you download the mobile app, it tells you everything that's happening in your business in real time. You'll wake up in the morning and be able to see whether you made money while you were sleeping. Right? So do these 3 things, very important once you've joined. Our XP Rewards program is the cherry on top. The returns program, the ability to make recurring income, is the primary importance here at DuePoint. But secondary, and very nice secondary, like I said, the cherry on the top is our rewards program, because we reward you for the success that you have here at DuePoint, beyond just paying you additional income. So it works like this. If you become a wealth engineer, and when you start doing wealth engineer things like coming to presentations, tuning into the live stream, doing home presentations, bringing guests, logging into your mobile app, you earn something called experience points. Right? That's why it's called XP, experience points. And as you start collecting more experience points and your channel starts to grow, we reward you along the way. So you start out as rank 0. To get to rank 1, you need 1,000 XP. You can do that in 2 minutes. You need 4 products in your qualified channel. And when you meet those 2 criteria, you become rank 1, and we pay you an additional 55 Rand at the end of that month, once off. You go buy a slice of cake, you celebrate. Right? Success, you've just shown to yourself you can get to any rank, because the guys at rank 20 that have got 20,000 people in their businesses are doing the same thing the rank 1s are doing. They're not doing anything differently. They're still connecting people. At rank 1, you're connecting people. At rank 20, you're connecting people. It doesn't change, right? And as you start to rank up, there are much bigger rewards. It starts out small, but there's 20 and a 50,000 Rand check. There's tools that we give to our wealth engineers to help them again in that process of connecting people. We talk about the importance of credibility and trust. At rank 7, we give you 12,500 Rand business cards. Look at those business cards. It looks like a block of gold. Because when you sit down at a meeting and you put a 12,500 Rand business card on the table, I promise you've just become the most important person at the meeting. Because no one has got business cards even close to what you have. At rank 9, we have our first recurring reward. People get very excited about this, maybe because it's the most tangible kind of reward that we have. We take you and your family every single year to our Rank 9 conference. Business class flight, 7 days away, 5-star luxury resort overseas every single year for the rest of your life. Your children won't know what economy class is on the plane. They'll say, who are the poor people sitting in the back? They're all squashed. You say, those are the non-wealth engineers. Right? So take a look, because we've documented our last trip in December. I want you to imagine yourself here as soon as possible. Can you picture your toes in the sand? It can take you 5 months to get there. It can take you 5 years to get there. Right? It's up to you. Okay, Tim's going to, there we go. It is up to you. We've got people that have gone to rank 9 in 5 months. They went from 0 products to 1,000 products in the space of 5 months. On average, it's going to take you a couple of years, maybe a few years to get to rank 9. But it is worth it, right? This is a conference that will allow you to know what it feels like to go on holiday like a millionaire. That's what it is. You'll only be surrounded by millionaires in these resorts. It is a taste of what's to come. Whether it's 5 years' time or 10 years' time, you'll become one of those people. At rank 11, we spend R250,000 on a brand new car and give it to our wealth engineer. Up to you. You get to choose your car. We pay for it cash, put it in your name. You drive it off our parking lot with a little bit of fanfare. This is rank 11. Our program goes up to rank 28. This is just getting started. You might not believe me. You might be thinking, oh, when I get a free car, I'm going to be rich. Then everyone will think I'm wealthy. I'm saying you're not wealthy. I'm saying there's still plenty waiting for you in this business. Because we have planned the next 30 years out here at DuePoint. This is not a 2-year business or a 3-year business or a 5-year business. This is going to become a lifetime business. Those are the aspirations we have for this business and the people in it. On Saturday mornings, I must remind you that we have a Teamworks workshop. It is a powerful workshop. If you are a brand new wealth engineer, or if you've been in the business and you need refocus in your channel building and your connecting, make sure you tune into Teamworks. You can come to head office, you can tune into our live stream, you can go onto YouTube and watch one of the ones that are on there, but make sure that you've watched a Teamworks at least once as a wealth engineer. We discuss the fundamentals, what you need to be focused on in this business. So the wonderful thing about this workshop is that we simplify the business down to 2 basics for you. And you don't have to get distracted by anything else in this business. And those 2 basics will get you to success and wealth, right? So be aware, 11:30 on Saturday morning, straight after the intro presentation tomorrow. And with that, guys, what is the decision we're going to be making today? Oh, if I could climb into everybody's head and just look around. I hope your imagination has run wild with opportunity, right? That's one of the gifts that we've been given, is imagination, hope, belief. It has to start there. Your circumstance around you might show that no ways can you become a millionaire, no ways can you get to rank 9, but you have to put that behind you. And say, I don't care about my circumstance. I don't care about the journey up until this point, because I'm in control of what I do from today going forward. Only you can make 2018 a year that sets itself apart from any other year before. Only you can start today. You can start today. 8 minutes later, after you've become a wealth engineer, you can start contacting people and say, you need to come to this place. You need to watch this thing. And the majority of the people are going to say no to you. But our success in this business is not based on the no's. Our success in this business is based on the minority of people that decide to join us, right? And that's up to you. Who are you going to connect? Are you going to change your life this year? I invite you to join us here at DuePoint with all the support in the world. We will support you as much as you want in this business. It is a team of people that collaborate. We're not in competition with each other. Not like at work, where we're in competition with everybody else. Here we work together as a team. Come join us. I invite you to change your life from today. If you have any questions, come speak to me after the presentation. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and an even better year. Thank you.